With the release of Arcane Odyssey taking Roblox by storm a little bit over 2 weeks ago now, a lot of content has already been produced on YouTube, such as guides, PvP, build showcases and a lot more. But now that all the hype has died down, many players have begun speculating future updates and what to expect soon in Arcane Odyssey. To answer these burning questions, we're going to have to take a dive into Arcane Odyssey's official Trello webpage. I'll post a link to this in the description down below. As of this video's upload, VTEX is currently trying to resolve most of the game's current bugs that plague the game and has actually already fixed most of them, which means sooner or later is going to begin working on content updates. In his to-do list of content updates, the first ones that will be released could be any one of these in no particular order. However, I suspect that more than likely is going to begin working on each one of these from top to bottom. The first updates that he's likely going to release will be a brand new island on the map, which will be called Fort Castrum, which will actually be quite similar to Fort Talos that we currently have in the game. However, the key difference we have to identify here is that this island will be capturable by clans, and due to the fact that it is a literal fortress that is probably going to be quite similar to Fort Talos, the infamy gain from capturing this new fortress is going to be very high or big or whatever, more than any of the current islands that you can capture in Arcane Odyssey. It says it will be somewhere in the Western Bronze Sea, and using this knowledge we can probably make a pretty good guess that it'll be somewhere between Ravenna and Shell Island and Icarius Keep west from the capital of Ravenna, Rubica. My thoughts on this particular update is very positive, as new islands to explore and find treasure will always be a bonus, and as long as the game continues to get performance improvements, then we can expect a much larger amount of people taking part in big clan battles over islands and fortresses such as this new fort that's going to be added. The next thing in this list is very interesting, as random spawning underwater structures will be implemented at some point. I personally find this very interesting, as this hints on a lot of minor changes or things that will be added to the game. For example, how exactly do we explore these underwater? Do we get diving gear or even water breathing potions? And how big will these be? Can we maybe even dig underwater? I'm joking on that one, but this is something that I'm very excited about, as these structures will be randomly generated, meaning that there will be something new every time you go to explore underwater, and this is something I really can't wait to be released. The next one in his to-do list is quite similar, as it would be random spawning shipwrecks, most likely underwater, just like the update we had just discussed. However, these shipwrecks I'm guessing could also probably end up spawning on shores or beaches of islands, considering the very nature of a shipwreck. We can expect the treasure that spawns in these shipwrecks to be very good depending on how often they spawn. The next one is an update that is very widely talked about and is a hot topic right now in the community, and that is the addition of potions to the game. This is practically a game changer, as there could literally be a potion for anything possible. A potion to resist insanity to explore the Dark Sea, or what about a potion that gives defense or strength or poison or practically any stat in that regard. Potions for water breathing are almost a guarantee at this point, as this almost perfectly ties in with what we had just discussed about in the random underwater structures, as this would make random underwater structure exploration viable and doable. However, we just have to make sure that the potion fix don't run out too soon while we're still underwater. The final one is quite interesting, and that is gem crafting and a dual socket system. What the heck is that? And I'm actually not quite sure what this could mean. Potentially an extra slot in your inventory that you can add a gem to, which could give extra stats or buffs or increases stuff or whatever. And also the ability to craft these gems using materials. I actually do expect that that would be the case, as there are quite a few materials in the game currently that have no real purpose, which could have been added specifically for this update to come. However, the last part of this sentence is what really piques my interest. VTEX is probably going to do this sometime later in the future, as he wants to begin Dark Sea content after potions, and this is what I've been waiting for. This is something that we all have been waiting for and all want to see, as the Dark Sea is a vast ocean of ruthlessness, insanity, storms, lightning, and the prospect of the unknown. However, I will leave this discussion for a different video. So you've reached the end of this video. Wow, thanks a lot. I really do appreciate it, unless you've just skipped it to the end for whatever reason you have. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, then why don't you subscribe with the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. And if you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button and leave a comment on what you think, and yeah, I'll see you all later.